Hi, this is Group 5's video presentation, and our first stop will be St. John's, Virgin Islands.
Coral reefs are formed when a volcano is sinking. Afterwards, the coral polyps start growing by surviving from food in the water, and with time the limestone from the volcano reacts with the coral and creates a reef. The coral island forms when the coral polyp dies, then tiny bits of dead coral form and pile on top of each other. As time passes, the dead coral breaks down and becomes sand and a small coral island is formed. The sandy reef is only above water when the tide is low, and then it goes back underwater when the tide is high. Vegetation forms on a coral reef island when birds and winds brings seeds onto the sand. Gradually, vegetation will build up, and the roots of the plants binds the sand together, creating a small jungle which many birds and reptiles can live in. The next stop is the Peru-Chile Trench. The Andes Mountains in Chile and Peru lies on a convergent plate known as the Nazca and South American Plate. Since the Nazca Plate is denser than the South American Plate, the subduction allows the South American Plate to rise into a massive mountain range. In other words, the Nazca Plate pushes oceanic sediment into the collision zone that will lift and fold rocks into mountains. Also, the subduction brings seawater underneath the oceanic crust into the mantle. As the plate heats up, the water is liberated and causes partial melting, which magma is then produced. When the magma is erupted onto the surface of the land, a series of volcanoes are produced parallel to the trench. The last volcanic eruption in the region occurred in 1993. The next stop is in Dominica in the Caribbean. Volcanic arcs are created when two ocean crusts subduct with each other. As the denser plates subduct, with time the pressure becomes greater and the mantle melts and magma is formed. Magma is released and rises to the oceanic crust and eventually erupts to form a series of volcanoes. They will form parallel to the trench. It is similar to continental arch, but instead of occurring on land, it occurs on water. The next stop is in Palm Beach, Florida. The type of waves in Palm Beach, Florida is shallow water waves. These types of waves are known to have the least amount of energy compared to other types of waves. The reason is because they touch the ocean floor, which interrupts the waves' orbital motion. Therefore, the waves break more easily. This type of wave makes surfing difficult but great for snorkeling. This concludes our presentation for today. Thank you for watching.